Well, good morning. I'm Pastor Les Chemist. Welcome to Cruisin' a Narrow Road. We're not in Canada anymore, are we? We are in Bolivia, South America. I'm down here on a trip with a multi-purpose trip, really, a bit of a missions trip. We're visiting missionary friends of ours. We visited an orphanage that we wanted to help as well. We went to visit that yesterday. Our churches have decided they wanted to help with that some, so we've done that. Also down here for a great purpose of reuniting my adopted daughter, Rachel, with her birth mother and her birth family. And that was an awesome experience. Man, you needed a lot of tissues, man. The tears were just flowing, but it was a joyous reunion. It was awesome. Well, while I've been down here, I've been able to ride some. I'll have a bit of a video up, maybe a couple about this, just featuring some of the bikes that are down here. The particular missionary I'm with is a big Suzuki fan. That's why we're friends, I guess. You know, he's a man I served with down here in Bolivia back in the 90s when my wife and I and my family lived here. But he's always been a Suzuki fan, and I have become a Suzuki fan. I can't say I always was one. You know, I was fascinated with some of the glitz and glamour of other bikes, but Suzuki has got my heart now. And the bikes that seem to work the best are down here are the DR series, the DR650s, DR400s, and the DR200 are the ones that they tend to use. They use bikes for in connection with the ministry here. They have a small seminary here in the back country of Bolivia, and they send out students, you know, ministry students, to different churches to fill in pulpits and to preach. And what they have is a couple of DR250 or DR200s, sorry, to let the young fellows use as they go out to preach. So they've just become they're just a very reliable bike, a very time-proven platform. They just work really well, and you know, that's what you need in a place like this, something that's going to be super reliable, something that's going to get you in, get you out where you've got to go, and you know, a faithful bike. And that's what they have here. The DR series bikes, the Suzuki DRs are the bikes to have. Now for me, the 650 is probably a bit big for what we would do down here. Down here, I would want a real nimble bike, something smaller, yet I personally now would like something a little more powerful maybe than the 200. But I've ridden the 200 down here, and it's great. It's so nimble, it's so light. Because some of the roads here are really, really bad. Now, the main drags and stuff are paved, but the side roads going out of the country, out of the small villages, the small pueblos around, you really need something light and nimble. And the 200s are great for that. They have enough power for it. And so they're great. My friend here has a 400, you can see here in the video, a DR400. And that's a nice compromise. It's not the 650, it's not the 200. And just a nice power range, a nice bit of power, nice ability, speed and so on is good for what he would do down here. It's just a nice compromise. In his opinion, it's maybe just a touch big, but you know, the trend in North America with adventure bikes has just been big 1200s, 1300 cc bikes. And it just, honestly, when you get into the realities of riding in a place, can you ride one of those? Yes, people have learned to do that. And people have proven you can do that. But if you want something that works well for the average rider in some of these difficult situations, you know what? The smaller bikes are just better. They're more nimble. They're more usable. You're not going to have the struggle with them that you'll have with a big bike. I don't care how good a rider you are. Some of the roads and places here are just too challenging or super challenging and make life difficult when you're using a big bike. The smaller bikes, the 200s, DRs, and then there's other bikes, you know, Hondas and Yamahas, and there's a bunch of Chinese-made bikes down here as well. They tend to only be in the 200, 250 ranges because that's what works best in these places. If I were getting a bike, you know, an enduro type bike here up in Newfoundland, I would probably get a 250 at this point, and maybe the DR200. Might just go to the DR400 for what I do up there, but they are just so much better platform. You want light and nimble in these places. You don't want to be fighting with your bike all the time. And that's just some words of experience, not necessarily the greatest words of wisdom. I'm not the big professional on the use of motorcycle, but just from experience, the smaller displacement bike, the size makes the difference in these things, and the lighter bikes work well. Yeah, this trip has been amazing. You'll see some footage here. I'm going to share some footage of the roads here, and it's just there's part of my heart in this country. I love this place, but this is where the reality of riding hits. A lot of people back where we're from are recreational riders. They ride for fun. They go on tours. They ride back roads to challenge themselves, and it's a recreational activity. Here, a motorcycle is a tool. It's something you use for transportation. It's to get you in and out of places. So you need reliable, you need nimble, you need something that's easy on gas. You need something that just has those abilities that the big bikes are just, we're not here for recreation, we're here for a purpose. You know, here it's ministry purposes, others have business purposes, family purposes. And it's not a recreational thing, it is a necessity, it is a means of transportation. In many cases, it's a primary means of transportation for people. And so when you start paring it all down to the actual needs and what works best, smaller is the way to go. My V-Strom 1000, I wouldn't want it down here. Oh, on the paved roads, yeah, not a problem. We have some beautiful paved roads down here to ride. But as far as off-road, no, I wouldn't want my DL1000 here. Not a chance. It's way too big, not nimble enough for what I would want down here. Give me the 200, give me the 400 DR series bike, and I would be much, much, much happier. Well, I hope this was enjoyable. I hope this video was enjoyable, maybe a bit informative. I hope you enjoy the difference in the setting. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're here and you've never subscribed, please feel free to do that. And as you subscribe, please click that little bell icon to make sure that you get notified of any new videos coming up. Thanks for joining me today. May God bless you and have a great day.